Hello, this is Pastor David Donovan. This is probably one of the most important videos that I've ever made. As many of you know, since '84, the Lord's been showing me dreams and visions about attack, overthrow, the destruction of this nation, or occupation. What you see, and I want to give you some proof of that this morning. What you're looking at, those two carrying cases have 24 five-binder journals in them that I've been keeping since '93, writing down stuff the Lord's given me since '84 up to now. If you'll look on the cabinet to the right, right up above, you'll see about 4 of those big journals, five-binder setting there, okay? Well, here's what I want to show you this morning. With everything that's going on the TV, with the Inspector General and the FBI Director, and then the Inspector General again being interviewed, let me read something to you that the Lord gave me 2 months before Obama went in office. (10/11/08), entry 2,795. I dream Lindsey Graham, Republican, senator from South Carolina, and a group of men were holding a meeting, going over a plan the Lord had given Senator Graham. Serious, important, this nation, Christian election, survival. Now I'm going to put this back up and sit down and talk. Bear with me a minute, please. When I had that dream in '08, McCain was running for president against Obama. We knew Obama was a Muslim. We knew he ran around with Bill Ayers, the terrorist, killed police officers. We knew he ran around with Farrakhan. And on and on and on. At this point, we didn't know who was going to win. I suspected Obama because he was allowed to even get as far as he got, and we knew those things about him, so the fix was most likely in. And nobody was really impressed with, quote, John McCain. So I had this dream nearly 2 months before the election. And now let me tell you the dream rather than letting you what I read to you. I get up from a dream in the middle of the night or something, and I'll write it down, okay? I'll make quick notes of it so when I get up in the morning, I can go back over it to general remember. But here's the dream. I saw it's nighttime. It's dark. And there are a group of men that are standing, I think, like on a dam, like Hoover Dam or some dam somewhere, concrete facility. And they're waiting for somebody, and this car pulls up, a government vehicle, and this man gets out. At this time, I don't know who Lindsey Graham is. I did see later that I remembered him a few years earlier being on the 700 club. Because when I find out who this guy is through what I'm fixing to tell you, my brother Eddie's daughter's Lindsey. So when I find it out, even when I look up Lindsey Graham, I'm thinking this is a woman. But anyway, so what happens? So these guys, they're waiting on somebody, and this person pulls up, Lindsey Graham in this vehicle. They're waiting on him. They go inside a bunker, a room, something, somewhere. In secret, he goes to a blackboard. They all sit down in chairs. And he explains the steps that are going to have to be taken to deliver America, actually buy time against the Holocaust that being planned against Jews and Christians in America. And then I wake up and I hear the name Lindsey Graham. So when I go down to the office in the morning, I type it in, and again thinking it's a woman because of Lindsey. But he comes up, and then wait, I've seen him on the 700 Club a few years back. A Republican, conservative, a good reputation. Okay? So I write it, so what happens is Obama gets in office. And I'm thinking, because I know all the things Obama is, the facts are out there. This is specifically talking about what's going on right then, and it is partially. We're just in the last phases of it with President Trump. When you read this, a plan the Lord had given Senator Graham. Serious, important, the nation, Christian election survival. Now, some of you are really asleep, and you don't recognize what's happening in America right now with the email deal, Hillary Clinton, and the Russia investigation. Whichever way it goes is terribly important. If it goes to the left, the nation is finished. There is no more a rule of law. If Hillary is ignored, if these games are kept played, we have lost the rule of law in America. Now, this was 2 months before Obama gets in. We know the damage he did during the next 8 years. Anybody with an honest heart would listen to everything that's come out from the Inspector General's report and all the issues of what was done, what they do know, and go corruption, corruption, wickedness, wickedness, wickedness on the Democrats' part, starting with Hillary Clinton and Obama and these people. They were setting something in place to finish this nation off and either make it Islamic, what I've seen in dreams, or communist, or some of both. Because if you go to Russia, half of the military is Islamic because of the Islamic whites, fair colored skinned Muslims in the nation of Russia. So they do and can combine. Now, when I had this dream in 2008, Lindsey Graham votes straight Republican. After that, Obama gets in. He gives Obama everything he wants the whole time he's in, 99% of the time, and he's labeled a rhino, a traitor, just a messed up dude. But see, what I knew based upon this dream, and knowing what Obama really was, it was out there, he's got to be working something like what I've read. Now, here's something you need to know about Lindsey Graham. if you watch him in the Senate, like if you watch him what's going on yesterday, where he destroyed the Inspector General and the Director of the FBI, they were afraid of him. He has that respect in the government. He is a judicial scholar. He is just not a politician. He's a doctor of doctorates as far as judicial American world law. He knows it. Also, he's a full bird colonel, retired, that was in Iraq more than anybody. He set up the judicial system that Iraq uses today. He oversaw the building of that system after Saddam was overthrown. He set it all up in the judges that tried Saddam and had him hung. So he has all this information, knows all of this stuff, about Islam over in Iraq, the politicians in America, both sides of the aisle. The reason he tore them up yesterday, he used common sense and yes and no and yes. Judeo-Christian principles raised the way we were raised, not circular reasoning and BS. Get out of it, lie, just spin it and spin it and spin it till everybody gets tired of fighting with it and walks away from it. There's no such thing with the way most of us were raised in the 50s, the 60s, that things are not resolved. They come to a conclusion, you deal with about facts, this is what it is, you're guilty or you're not. America's not there anymore. We are under the spell of witchcraft behind all of the stuff that's going on in the left and the weakness of the right to stand up and do the right thing. Now, this is very important where I'm going with this. I thought this was for back then, and I've told you it is, because he's been working since then. But now, Lindsey Graham, over these very issues, are right there on the television for the whole world to see. He's turned back around. They're coming. Man, he's fighting for the Republicans. He's coming against these people now. And remember what it says? Serious, important, the nation, Christian election, survival. America's in grave danger, and God's people need to keep praying. Now, at the very least, now this is important, President Trump, he's doing this. I know a lot of people believe in the prophecies of Mark Taylor, that, and I hope that's true. Okay? Yes, no, deal with it, clean this country up. But, and it appears that way. But what I'm also seeing is that President Trump, by the things he's doing, he is bringing out points like the immigration deal, making it a big deal that all these people are coming in, and all these issues with immigration that have been hid through Obama, Bush, all the way going back, not really dealing with it and putting these numbers and dealing with this stuff like Sessions, because in Jeremiah 50 and 51 and the other passages about Babylon, it says, I'm against you and I'm going to fill you with a population like locusts. Then yesterday he did the new thing that's signed on to bigger than Star Wars, space something with all this signing on. And the passages about Babylon says, even if she exalts her nest among the heavens, I will bring her down from her lofty perch. We are in a struggle in this nation for its life and death, not and individually for our families and us individually, because God's promises are that if you fear the Lord, God will protect you through the fire and the flood and the storm, and no harm will come to you. But if you're on the wrong side, your heart's in the wrong place, you will suffer for that. And again, all those journals that I've showed you, all those years, I mean, there's hundreds of amazing things God's given me to come to pass. I'm not here to exalt myself. I'm here that God has warned me to tell those who will listen. Please get ready, prepare yourself, prepare your heart, pay attention to what's happening so you can hear the voice of the Lord and you can respond, that your family can be in safety and get your heart right with Jesus. Pray, church, pray. Lord, is there anything else in this? Anything else in this? Jesus is Lord.